Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly love reading. This is going to be for the week of November 26th through December 9th. For the month of December, I am doing bi-weekly love readings as my Christmas gift to you. I am considering switching to bi-weekly readings. I'm not sure. I guess we will just see how it goes. Okay, so I've already shuffled the deck. Let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to do everything exactly the way I've been doing for the monthlies. Everything is the same. This is a love reading for the sign of Leo for November 26th through December 9th. Love reading for Leo, November 26th through December 9th. The first card you have is the Wheel of Fortune. Love reading for the sign of Leo. Strength. Ace of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Leo, November 26th through December 9th. Ace of Swords. Love reading for Leo, November 26th through December 9th. Queen of Swords. Death. Love reading for the sign of Leo, November 26th through December 9th. Queen of Cups. Five of Cups. And Page of Swords. Now the only thing that I'm doing different for the monthlies is that I'm going to randomly pick the main energy. I'm just going to focus on what is the most important message that Leo needs to hear for these 2 weeks. And you have the Hierophant. So this means that there's going to be a lot of spiritual guidance for you when it comes to your love life. There could also be people that you just feel drawn to. People that you just feel like they are kindred spirits. This is a card of soulmates, kindred spirits, and kind of feeling like you belong with someone, feeling at home with someone. See, we will come back to that card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's start with the top row. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Strength, and the Ace of Pentacles. So it seems here with these three cards, I mean, you have two major arcanas, the Wheel of Fortune and Strength. So these are kind of important messages for you. Major messages, important messages that are about some type of new beginning in your love life. Because it's the Strength card, this makes me feel like you are kind of struggling in a relationship. This is a message to hang in there, to be strong, because things are changing. With the Wheel of Fortune, they're telling you that your relationship is going to take a big turn for the better, a big change. So for those who are single, this could be new people coming in. You have the new energy right here. For those who are already coupled, it could be that you're going through a really difficult time where your ego is kind of whispering not so positive things. The Strength card means that you have to kind of tackle your ego, which means that you're starting to become really negative or pessimistic about your love life. Or you might feel really pessimistic towards your partner. You might feel like lashing out at them, getting angry. They're telling you that something, whatever it is that has you upset or angry, that's changing with the Wheel of Fortune. There's also a lot of new energy coming in for these strained relationships with the Ace of Pentacles. This tells you that happiness is returning. This is a very kind of blessed energy that comes out of nowhere. So I feel like those couples that are really, struggling, or you're really trying to hang in there, you're hoping things will change, you're trying to stay strong, there is new energy coming in to where you can put that behind you. Remember, the main energy was the Hierophant, which means couples that belong together are staying together. Also, there's a lot of inner guidance on how to make things work. Okay, the second row you have here, you have a Court card, you have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, Death. So an air sign is kind of being emphasized here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, or someone in that energy. Someone that is more intellectual, not that connected to their emotions, very rational and logical. There is some type of huge event around them here because you have the Death card. So the first thing I get is that there could be someone you want to have a relationship with, that you're in love with. There is some type of huge development. This is a life-altering event. So this can be a new relationship that you find yourself in. in the next 2 weeks, a new relationship that develops. This could be that you meet someone who's an air sign that completely changes your life. This is a life-altering event. It could be that you're getting married to an air sign, that you're getting divorced from an air sign. Now, seeing the Ace of Swords with these cards, it could also be that, you know, a relationship may have ended where with an air sign or someone in that energy where there is a change of mind, because the Ace of Swords means that someone is kind of changing their perspective. So it could be that someone thought they should walk away, or they thought the relationship was hopeless. There is some type of change of mind with the Ace of Swords. It could also be truth. It could be that for those who are already coupled, that, you know, there's a huge significant change in your marriage or relationship because you're seeing the truth, or you're finally changing your perspective as far as your partner. Remember, you did have the Strength card right here, which is saying that you're trying to stay strong, you're trying to stay positive, and there could be, you know, a complete change of perspective when it comes to your love life that leads to some huge life-altering event, possibly with an air sign. Now down here you have another Court card. You have the Queen of Cups, Five of Cups, Page of Swords. So now you have a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, a male or female, sun, moon, or rising, or someone in that energy, someone that's very emotional, complete opposite of the Queen of Swords, someone who's very emotional, in touch with their heart, very intuitive, very sensitive, romantic. There is, you know, some strange energy around them here with the Five of Cups. It could be that you're disappointed that a relationship with a water sign is not working out. There's still a persistent message of like some type of truth being revealed with the Page of Swords. This is communication, so I also feel like there can be communication with someone where you were really disappointed in how they acted, or you were really disappointed that things didn't work out with them. This is, you know, communication, but it's also honest communication. So it could be that you're hearing from someone, again, where you were just disappointed in how they treated you or how things turned out, and they're honest with you about what really happened. I feel like if someone is back in touch with you and kind of being honest with you about why they did what they did or why things didn't work out, that this is the way it's meant to be. Remember, the main energy is the Hierophant. So I feel like, you know, I'm getting a strong message of like forgiveness and like trying to look at things from a higher perspective for Leo, because I feel like you might be tested. Like it could be someone that comes back into your life, and I feel like some of you might be angry. You may not be willing to listen to their side of the story. I see that here. And I feel like you need to give that person a chance. This could be someone that turns out to be very important for you. Okay, so let me get some confirmation from the same deck, and then we will move on to the other one. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for the week of November 26th through December 9th? You have the Magician, the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. Okay, I'll put it here so you can see it. Okay, so, you know, I felt right before I pulled these cards, I told you to be careful when it comes to forgiveness and kind of, you know, not giving someone the benefit of the doubt. Here you want to be careful with the Five of Swords, because this could be, you know, you make some type of decision where you turn, you know, you think back in hindsight and you wish you could kick yourself for a decision that you made. And it could be, you know, about an ending, because you do have the Ten of Swords. But I'm also getting it could be, yes, it can be about endings where, you know, maybe you end a relationship and then you wish you had not done that. Remember that you are in control. Let me just pick the camera a little bit here. You have the Magician, which is telling you that you are really in your personal power during these 2 weeks. You're really in your personal power, so be careful with the decisions that you're making. Some of you could be deciding to end a relationship with the Ten of Swords because you're hurting, because you're giving up. But it could also be that there's a need to kind of like move on. Is another thing that I'm getting, because the Ten of Swords is a message of just, you know, you've been hurt or you've been betrayed or stabbed in the back, but now you know, it's safe for you to move on. It's safe for you to move on with your love life. So for some of you, this can actually be about new people coming in. Remember that main energy from the Hierophant. kindred spirits. It's like your key word for this month is like soulmates and kindred spirits. They could be trying to come into your life, but first you've got to let go of the baggage. You've got to let go of the betrayals. This can even be your current partner where they're trying to work things out with you. Here you want to be careful with saying no or saying yes, depending on your situation. Knowing that you're creating, you basically are writing your own love story with the Magician. This is about you being a co-creator. Everything that's happening, it's because of what you're doing and what you're thinking and what you're saying. So you want to be careful with the Five of Swords. Okay, so let's move on to the other deck and see what it wants to tell you. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for November 26th through December 9th? You have the Three of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo, November 26th through December 9th. You have the King of Cups. So now you have the King and Queen of Cups. Final card is a Two of Swords. I'm going to put it right here. And then the main energy from this deck. Again, I'm going to pull it randomly, focusing on the sign of Leo. What's the most important message they need to hear for these 2 weeks? Look at that. 10 of Swords, repeating card because you have it right here from the other deck. So a really important message for the sign of Leo is that it's time to move on. So remember, this is a general reading, so that's going to mean something different to everyone who's watching. It could be that it's time to move on from someone that left you and broke your heart. There's new people coming in. Remember, the main energy from the other deck was the Hierophant, kindred spirits. So it could be time to move on from the past, but could also be time to move on from anger, from betrayal, from holding a grudge. This is just, it's telling you that enough. It's time to move on. So important message for you because it is here 2 times. Now, these 3 cards right here. So you have the Three of Swords. Now this tells me that you're going through something painful. You're going through something really difficult. And this could be, a breakup, a divorce, separation, possibly with someone who is a water sign, because now you have the King and the Queen. So a water sign is being emphasized here. And there is stuck energy around this. You have the Two of Swords, which means, someone's not budging here. There's a decision maybe that has to be made with a water sign or someone in that energy. But I also feel like, some of you may be in limbo is another thing that I'm getting. Seeing the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords. There could be a breakup where maybe you are broken up, but it's because someone can't tell you for sure that, that you are over. Maybe they're saying, I just need some space and time. Give me time to figure it out. For some of you, maybe that time is finally coming to an end. With the Ten of Swords being here 2 times. But it could also be, this is a general reading, so it's hard to say, but for some of you, you may not, some of you may not want to continue to wait here with the Two of Swords. And the twos do represent options, that you have other choices. So there could be someone else. Remember, the main energy from the first deck was a Hierophant. So this is a time of, kindred spirits, soulmates. This is your intuition speaking to you. So if there's someone, if you're in a relationship with someone where there is a lot of heartache and you're stuck and you really kind of feel like maybe there's someone else for me, especially for those that are getting that message, maybe there's someone else for me, you should definitely pay attention to that message, because I'll just hold them up for you. Ten of Swords and the Hierophant. So again, there is a very kind of like spiritual connection here. The question is, are you going to let it in? Just looking at the Five of Swords, this could be that, you end up kicking yourself. I'm also getting that for singles. This can be someone that comes into your life, or maybe you're not willing to trust. Again, with the Ten of Swords being here 2 times, it could be that you're not ready for a relationship. You pass up someone that is maybe your ideal partner. You have the Magician telling you here that you're very much empowered during these 2 weeks. You're very powerful. So if you're going to pass up a relationship, or you're not going to forgive someone, know that you're responsible for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I only did this for the sign of Cancer, but you had kind of like a dramatic reading here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull You know what? I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you from different decks, from oracle cards. I'm just taking them out here because I was only going to do this for the sign of Cancer because they had more views for November, but I felt guided to do it for you. I'm going to pull a card from the Enchanted Map, and I'm also going to pull a card from the Whispers of Love. I'm just going to pull it for you and then read what it says in the book. Okay, so let me focus on your energy. What message is there for the sign of Leo for November 26th through December 9th? What message is there for the sign of Leo for November 26th to December 9th? Okay, so I'm just going to reach in here, grab one card. What is the most important message that Leo needs to hear for the next 2 weeks? Heal the ouch. I can't think of a more appropriate card for you in the entire deck than that one. It's time to heal the ouch. I mean, you have the Ten of Swords here 2 times. It's time to heal this ouch right here. It's time to move on. So this could be, again, it's time to heal from a past disappointment. Or if you're already coupled, because you have the Three of Swords, it's time to heal, you know, your differences. It's time to heal as a couple. It's time to kind of keep you, it's really time to like bring things together as far as your love life. So this can be finally healing from a past relationship, or it could be finally making things right with your current partner. Okay, so let me go ahead now and get one card for you from the Whispers of Love. What message is there for the sign of Leo for November 26th through December 9th? What message is there for the sign of Leo for November 26th through December 9th? Message for the sign of Leo. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to reach in here. What's the most important thing that the sign of Leo needs to hear for the next 2 weeks? It says practice compassion. The bottom it says see things from a different perspective. Okay, so I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to read you what it says in the book. And use your own intuition about how this relates to your love life. The book says, we can all benefit when we try to look at things from someone else's viewpoint. Walking in someone else's shoes helps us to have a tender understanding that may change how we are feeling now. Love and compassion always bring a positive outcome. Okay, Leo, this has been your weekly reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again soon.